pretty convincingly, or not really convincingly, but they did with a 2-0. And they did play on Dust 2, where it was a 16-12 game. And I mean, that was just pure dominance from paiN all the way across. So Bad News Bears, they haven't been on a bit of a hot streak in the early season of Premier. They were 6-0, but now they kind of hit a bit of a roadblock where they've had 2 losses against them. But we're going into the action. The game is now here. And starting things off is Inferno for map number 1.
Kicking down that door for the ESL Challenger. One reminder, one team is going to go through in this best of 3. Who is going to seek that victory here? Bad News Bears taking on paiN Gaming, map number 1, Inferno. And, you know, things Bendy got off to a fiery start. I love a bit of Inferno. I love the strats, what you could get things started off in this pistol round. Looking like a slow crawl, an apps play here for paiN Gaming.
Now, so Spongy typically likes to play into the apartments, but he does play in the big pit as well. So for him, he's going to get this shoulder peek and to fall back. He doesn't want to just go for this fight because right now, Bad News Bears put 3 players at B. So they're kind of expecting paiN to really just get a little bit of testing waters, then maybe going back, advancing that bomb towards B. So this is where the studying happens. They just played each other. So we talked about that. There's a lot of importance into this because now with the recent play of this map, they can kind of figure things out and kind of get the playbook up to date.
That's it. You talked of us watching VODs, but the players as well, they better have watched their VODs. They better have that homework done. The assignments due. It's overdue at this point, and pistol round just slowly tick-tocking away. 50 seconds. I've not even seen even one yet.
Oh, Junior. Love the passive play we're seeing from them right now. So both players are waiting. The rotates are coming in. paiN now actually going to go for the wrap in towards Library, but they're going to go towards Arch. Big Uzer trying to find it, but it's a firefight. It's not working out at all. And Bad News Bears, they've been able to make a big headline. And Hardzown now needs to come up on a 1-on-5 to bringing this pistol round home. But I think he's even starting to realize, I don't know if he's got it.
Extra, read all about it. Bad News Bears, they definitely see themselves on that front page. And that front page is the announcement that we're taking pistol and we're looking to take this best of 3. Bad News Bears on the scoreboard.
A very convincing pistol round. I love what we saw there. Very good amount of discipline. They didn't just go for these swings. They played back. They tried to work together. So it's looking like a little bit of improvement that we've seen from the Bad News Bears. And paiN Gaming, they are a very dominant team when they start on those pistol rounds. So for them not to pick this up, a little bit dire, but they're not going to go for a force. They weren't able to get the bomb plant, so they're just going to keep it with 1 flash for PKL. This is probably just going to be a bit of a execute, just to maybe getting a gun or 2 if possible. Swisher actually putting a lot of pressure down Banana. The Keys might be able to find something. Good damage, but not quite enough. But again, this is kind of a gimme round where they're just looking to see maybe a gun or 2.
Good util use, and indeed, more damage, paiN inflicted onto paiN Gaming. 2 HP there. For big, not ideal, but you know, as you said, it is that gimme round, not too much. Little bit of damage inflicted, but it is a P9. Oh, one frag coming from the Glock. That will be it though. 4 players survive and arrive nice and safely into this 3rd round for BNB.
All right, weapons are purchased. Utility is going to be semi-okay. Not the greatest when we look at paiN Gaming. I mean, they have smokes on every single player, so that allows them to get some control and still have that utility to get the execute through. But it's going to be a big, question mark of where they want to go. And I mean, paiN Gaming right now, this is kind of like I don't really want to call it the bonus, right? I mean, they do have 3 MP9s. And if they can pick up this round, this is going to be a money-maker round, but also it allows them to get those AKs in exchange. So really, for paiN Gaming, there's a lot of pressure for them to bring this round.
There is that, not to even mention, this is a T-sided map, just by, I think, 0.5%. But it is slightly T-sided, so we'd love to see, and if you're paiN Gaming especially, you'd love to see them get a round on the scoreboard nice and early, get the hard work done in these earlier rounds, and save the heartache for the rest of this half. Good damage on Junior. Look at that, he's down to 1.
Oh, and the Keys, though, does have some good control. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Kill him in a surprise. Okay, so now they have the bracket control. The bomb's still back on T ramp, so now they're going to pick this up. Hardzow going to be able to find it. And look at this now. Sheikh Zula does find the 1. A little bit of over-venturous from safe. He's not going to be so safe right now. And now these T's, a little bit of a pinch couple, because now they're on the bracket. They're going to try to go towards lane, and this is where Spongy, this is where he completely thrives. Can he soak up these players? Or is he going to get thrown into the trash? That's going to be nice with 3 big frags, and he completely shuts it down. And paiN Gaming do not have a reply.
Clean up at Quad Grandma's house. Clean up at Quad Grandma's house. Thank you. Definitely Spongy gets them up. Says, no worries, guys. I got you covered. I was a bit worried about that one way. I thought that was going to be a bit of a giveaway, but it wasn't. It was just to give you all those frags.
You know, we talked about this in the green room. I mean, Spongy is that player. When you get him in the big pit, that's his job. He just has to lock things down, slow the time so that his teammates can get the rotates in, but he plays that perfectly. The smoke blocks it off. A very basic amount that he has to do, but it just works out beautifully. And paiN Gaming, not starting in the way they typically like to. I mean, they're usually pretty quick on the heels, but right now, getting a little bit of resistance from the Bears.
Bears are grizzly, man. They're angry. Angry maybe on this Saturday. Oh, I'll tell you who's angry. It's big. Get a sexy 1D there and puts it to the 5 versus 4. But still, the Eagles. Uphill battle here for paiN, and Junior going to miss that shot as well. So they've got some info. They know that they're pressing on A, but is this going to be the full push? That's the question.
Okay. So they have the bracket control again. McKees is just waiting things out. And we can see Bad News Bears again. They're playing very passive. They have Spongy back in the big pit. Junior with the op. He's locked in. This is where paiN Gaming now will group up together. Time is ticking, though. I mean, under 40 seconds left. They still have plenty to go. Junior going to miss the shot. Not able to make the connection. So now has to change his positioning, making this a little bit harder for Spongy. Because now he's going to be the one player that's essentially holding this site by himself. Junior trying to make sure he doesn't give up this op. But Big Uzera, something else in store. Oh, this could be big, Kappa. Oh,
2 we can. That's the bomb down. There's 15 seconds. I don't think they've got time if they're not able to pick up the pieces.
They finally get it, though, so they get the connection. Big Uzera, that's the op from Junior. Working out in their favor. They have the player advantage now. Spongy, though, he's still picking up frags. They haven't been able to get rid of him yet. And now B-Will is trying to see what he can find, spamming away. Spongy has not left the mark, but now he's got 2 Ts to go against. Big Uzera toying with the bear. Gonna poke the bear, and he will be able to. And paiN Gaming pick up an eco round to bringing that through to making it 3-1.
Valiant effort from Spongy. And I think that begs the question now. They know you're in big pit. They know you're in big pit. You've got to start switching it up regardless, though. Spongy picking up multiple frags there. The 3K formerly from that round just gone, and then 2 from the round we just had. But we need to see something fresh at the playbook, because paiN Gaming, I think they've got that book read right now.
It's a good read indeed. I mean, the fact that they get the op as well for safe, I talked a lot about this in the beginning. When we look at Junior and safe, this is honestly a very, almost in my opinion, a dead even matchup. Like, the stats are just neck and neck when you completely look at it. I mean, both their, kills per round is like or the rating story is about a 1.28 to a 1.3. So it's just, again, like, the numbers are just astronomical, and even their kills per round, they're tied. They both get the same amount theoretically in a round. So this is kind of like a mirror image matchup.
Yeah, and how often do you see that? Not very often at all. Usually that one stand-up player of an entire server, of an entire lobby, maybe the entire team. But for these 2 teams, you beg the question to say that there's so much talent from all 10 players, and those 2 stand-up players that you've just mentioned, the op gods, if you will, need to drop bombs. Oh, Junior, speaking of that, not able to land the flick, getting the blind at the worst time. The trade come through from Sheikh Zula, though, only good for 1.
So now they got into the site. Close on by. So Spongy is going to actually switch up his position. We talked about him being a big pit player, but now he switched it up. The Molly going to try to clear that out. They think he's there. Now they're starting to get the suspicion. Where is this guy? Oh, no, the timing, though. But look at that! Okay! A nice little taparino, but the smoke will come in. The bomb should get planted. This is going to make things a little bit harder for the Bears.
The Spongy diff. Non-stop frags from that guy, but Spongy's gone. Now what you do? It's got to be a save. Like, I was about to say it. I was going to wait till they played it out, but yeah, the save, it seems like the apparent thing to do.
Yeah, in this kind of a situation, especially when there's still 3 Ts up and the utility's very low, and the money situation is essentially garbage, right? I mean, why go for it? I mean, you want to make sure you can keep that up in the rotation as much as possible. We talked a lot of the importance of that. So we do see them go for the save. And now paiN Gaming, it was a slow start, but Kappa, they're starting to really get the laces tied here.
Oh yeah, they're running. They've gone from a jug to a full sprint in that second round they've capitalized on. And what was looking like a bit of a bleak start is all of a sudden shining mighty bright. And it's econ concerns starting to build up here for B&B. You said they're on that save, not just because of util, because of econ. Most certainly, you can see that reflected right now. I see 2 USPs, and I do not see 2 smiling faces for Bad News Bears.
This seems to happen. I mean, Bad News Bears, I mean, they can get in these rhythms, and then sometimes they can just kind of get stopped in their tracks, but we'll have to see. They still have that lead. No utility. I mean, there's only 2 flashes and a smoke available. The double boost, that is filthy. B-Wills. You do not see B-Wills very often just lock in and up like that, but he goes for the fight. It makes sense. And B-Wills is absolutely delivering these big impact frags.
Reminder, they've only got 3 weapons. They've got 3 primaries this round, lads. That's huge.
Oh, this is so important. And now, I mean, paiN Gaming have lost an op. Utility is disposed of for the pretty much for the most part. Op will be picked up. Sheikh Zula does spot. Leave the player. I think he might have just missed it. I think he just spotted the shoulder. Now he does, but oh no! He peeks too wide, Kappa. The rotates are coming in. But they got the bodies. This is the one thing that's an advantage for him. The bomb has made it across.
I'm just hanging out a barbecue. It's going to be snagged up. No time for snacking, no time for dawdling. You've got to get it done. The bomb is going to go down. And that USP holding the site just wasn't it. Best they could do, though. And this retake, they've got the number advantage. They've got the frags, too. 4 versus 2.
And B-Wells is just picking up these bodies now. Hardzao does play the new box, so he does actually get a very good angle. Keys trying to see what he can find with this op. Gets gifted the frag. Now going for another one-on-one fight. Spongy, look at he's spamming away. He just brings a USP to it. But Hardzao,
one-on-one.
He might be able to bring this. There is a kick close by, but no, Spongy, he actually retreats from this. He's waving the flag. He says, I cannot do it. We're right back to a tie game.
White flag is raised regardless of bringing it down to the one-on-one. And you run that clock back to the beginning of that round. 2 early picks before it got under a minute there from B-Wills that actually didn't come to fruition to get around. That's devastating for B&B. All the hard work, the boost, the apartment relocation for B-Wills, all to nothing. The op is going to be saved, but that's, I feel bad for B. That sucks.
Yeah, especially for B-Wills, like you said. I mean, he was the one that picked up, I think, a triple that round, so he really did a lot of the lifting. So he's not going to be able to bring anything, I guess, in terms of the value, unfortunately, but it does work in the sense that he was able to take down the economy a little bit for paiN Gaming. That's a good note. Right now, we'll have to see. It's a good crossfire. Spongy. Perfect angle. That's great. And even now, they're starting to win these opening exchanges. So now for the CTs, they don't have to play aggressive, but now they're going to starting to see paiN Gaming. They're putting pressure on this B site. Good utility usage. Sorry, the Molly going to be able to block this off. And now look at this. The boost is in. Lots of time though for paiN though, Kappa.
Good boost. Second RNG is going to change their mind though. Get some cold feet on the approach. I think they're going for the new box boost. This is one you don't see too often these days. But I like the position of this. Going to avoid the incendiary. This is perfect.
Okay. Still under a minute left. Safe does have the bomb still on the back. So he doesn't even have to commit to this, but right now, this is where we see Bad News Bears. They should be playing very disciplined. Even Spongy. He's pushed all the way in the back. Or pushed forward, sorry. So now even Safe, he's gotten that mid-bracket control. If Junior peaks this and loses this fight, this allows him to have a little bit of a moment where he can decide to either go... Oh my goodness. This is filthy. Oh no, but he has a knife out to the gunfight in Junior. He gets it on a silver platter. A little unfortunate for Safe.
That's CSGO timing for you right there, lads. Everyone's had that moment where you're like, oh, not like this. No, I was rotated. And not only is that going to be a loss around, there goes the op. And they don't look like they're going to be too confident to buy one in. They are, but this is going to be an all-in kind of round here for paiN Gaming. So if they were to lose this, BNB might have a chance to start building up the econ, building up the rounds. And if you've played CT on Inferno, you know, oh, what a boost. Love these boosts we're seeing here. Junior putting on the jetpack, trying to go for the jump boost. But what I was about to say is, if the CTs could build up something here, this could be really, really healthy for this first half of the best of 3.
Okay, so paiN Gaming has made the presence known into apartments, and look at this. This is good utility bait that's coming in from Bad News Bears. So right now, paiN Gaming are making them use this utility. That makes it a little bit easier for them to kind of go for a bit of a surprise attack if they want. And that's kind of what you want to do in these kind of situations. They're making noise on purpose. They want the CTs to use everything so that they can just go for firefights. And now they completely backpedal. And Bad News Bears, they've committed 4 players leaning on this A site. So it is just B-Wills by himself. He does have the spot, but if he gets taken down, this is an open site. There's nobody that's going to be close on by. B-Wills gets the spot. He survives the shot. Now he can retreat back. And even Junior, he's starting to make that rotate.
Util so low as well for BNB right now. Junior is the only player with Util. Tries to get the smoke out. Bit of a delay to keep them at bay. One flash in hand to B-Wills as well, which I think is going to be that sort of that emergency flash if necessary. Coffins, Junior poised and ready. They know the executes coming and the frags begin.
B-Wills does find one as well with Junior. So now Junior can just wait things out. He does not need to go for this fight. But Safe does have a high ground position. He might be able to get this over the smoke. Shake might not going to expect it at all. He will not. And this is why Safe can do some damage. He almost gets that frag onto Swisher as well. 2 players remaining from paiN. Hardzao in the critical. A feather can knock him over right now with this HP.
Yeah, watch out for the gust of wind. It could be windy and Inferno, and that gust is going to sweep him away. Pretty much a 2 versus 1 for what it's worth of HP. Swisher also a bit light on the HP front. Swisher's gone down to the 2-on-2, down to the 2-on-1. This has to be BNB's round, surely.
Just barely. Oh no! Oh, not
dear.
again!
Oh no!
Not again! paiN Gaming have just been able to burn the time, and a little bit of miscalculation from Bad News Bears. I think Spongy did have a kit eventually, but it was just a little too late.
I think it was like 1 second diff, lads. It wasn't much.
It's got to be, yeah. I think it was at least a one or 2 second. The movement was just a bit off. They hesitated on the attack. They were still waiting for Hardzao because, I mean, they did play the double in dark. A very good play. The timeout now will be used from Bad News Bears, and I agree with this. I think this is a good moment to get this, sorted out.
Gather your bearings. Let's have a look back and say, what just happened? To be fair to BNB, there were so many bodies. There was literally a morgue's worth of bodies on B site by that fountain. I don't know if you can even see where the bomb was. It was hard to see from us at the casting desk side, let alone in the server in the middle of a clutch. But to give credit to paiN Gaming, they are really, really working the clock to the nth degree. And I think that's the crux for Bad News Bears right now.
Yeah, I mean, for Bad News Bears, I mean, they're putting quite a bit of emphasis on this side. I mean, theoretically, this is, I think it's almost neck and neck for them. Like, I think it's still a little bit of an advantage on their T side where they thrive. But again, if they can pick up as many rounds as they can on the CT, I think this is where they struggled a lot as a group. So for them, they are trying to see what they can make aware of with the rounds and not allowing paiN to, push those double digits.
Right, no one will be getting double digits. We're at a stalemate. The boost coming in yet again here from the juniors. Not B-Wills this time. Right, it's going to be a great peak. These peaks at mid. Oh, man. Mom, grab the camera.
Yeah, Junior's definitely really starting to shine. We talked a lot about him. He's able to just put so much impact into the server. paiN Gaming, a little bit of a waterfall outside of apartments.
All bang.
That's good. So now a double. Look at this double boost again. It's the leaning tower of Junior, apparently.
Oh man, he's absolutely ruthless. Big question though, it's stylish, but is it going to get a peek or the jump peek? Gets vision. I know one site, but where's the other? 3 versus 2.
Another smoke and to block this off, so time is ticking. Bad News Bears have not been able to use the clock very well, unfortunately. So if they're going to go, they're going to have to go now, which they will. They are going to try to fight this. The smoke blocks off again. Niki's just baiting it. E-Wills finds it. Niki's has made his presence known, but Junior will be able to find him. Woo! I don't know if the time will be there. There's not enough time again. Bad News Bears! You made the headlines. paiN Gaming. They know how to run the clock.
My head is in my hands. Such tragedy for BNB. Great retakes, but it comes down to just a couple of second difference. And in a nutshell, that is CSGO at its highest level. You've got to calculate those seconds. And paiN Gaming, they're not be able to calculate their money situation. The money's not fantastic. You've got a couple of Galils as the primary buy, but it doesn't matter if you're converting rounds, especially as a T on Inferno. Statistically, sure, slightly more T-sided, but when it comes down to these crunch situations, it's so tough to execute things perfectly. In paiN Gaming, they're doing just so, regardless of BNB. They've got so many first bloods this game, lads, but it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, Bad News Bears, I mean, we definitely recognize that they win the opening duels. But when they do, I mean, it doesn't really matter. paiN Gaming, and that's the beauty of paiN Gaming. I mean, this is a roster, we talked about this in the green room. This is a team that's gone to, blast tournaments and the major, and this is a group that's just excelled. So really, anybody can contribute what they need to. Not where other teams we notice, when they lose a certain player, that's where things can really fall apart, but not the case for paiN. Safe down to 16, making a little bit of noise. BNB going back to a 3-2. Having Junior actually rotating the op this time towards B side, not towards A. We typically see him on side that library.
Time for reading, head in the game. For the time being, it's just quiet. Swisher getting some info from Junior. They're coming. It's B, and the bomb is down. Banana. Good stuff here for BNB. The first time I think we've actually seen the bomb down in no man's land. Can they capitalize from it though? Safe, taking a player from Lodz.
Well, they actually do win this. So now, look at that. They've been able to get into the A site, but the bomb again. It is possession for Bad News Bears. E-Will is a little bit of a cheeky spam. Now Big U0, what on earth? Excuse me?
It's a Galil. It's not an AK. Harder, to be precise, but not harder for Junior. It's down to the one-on-one. Not much util, in fact.
9 seconds.
Piece of util. Goodness, you're right. The time again. Oh, the flick miss!
Okay. Woo! Okay, we can take a breather. Junior, he misses, but he can deliver with a pistol if he needs to, but oh man, it is not pretty, but it'll do for now, Cuppa.
We've seen 2 seconds the bomb explodes. We've seen 3 seconds, we've seen 1 second. We've even seen a couple of seconds in the 1v1. It is coming down to such tiny decisions that are going to have the highest impact in this best of 3, 5-5. This is so neck and neck, lads. This could be anyone's game, straight up.
Yeah, it's definitely a neck and neck game right now. Very impressive showing we're seeing from Bad News Bears. We talked about they just played each other just a few days ago, where paiN Gaming were dominant in the best of 3. Didn't even go to 3 maps.
2 in 2.
Done in 2, and I mean, that was a 16-13 and a 16-12. So they were close games, but head-to-head, I mean, paiN definitely has the advantage, a 5-1. So we'll see. There's a lot at stake right now for Bad News Bears. This is a team that made it through another qualifier, whereas paiN Gaming were the invited team.
Thing to note. Bad News Bears have had a very busy year as well, and I love that you've mentioned that sort of paiN Gaming's plethora of knowledge, of experience that they've stacked up as well. No stranger to big teams, and they're coming in here. Safe is going to be hurt. Big Zera being taken to the cleaners as well, and this is much better from BNB. Discipline crossfire, and it's going to put them maybe in that flawless spot if they can count their cards right.
Okay, 3 misses. You're out, Junior. Maybe take a breather. It'll be fine. All right, 4th time is the time or the try, I guess. I don't know. 4th time is going to work for you, but either way. It's a little greasy, but again, we're liking the setup from Bad News Bears. I mean, they are just kind of putting Junior on the big rotate back and forth, which they should with that op. And I mean, paiN Gaming haven't really tried anything, out of the ordinary. We see them go for that bracket control, really contesting the arch side. We have seen the apartment, explode, which I think has been quite successful for them out of the attempts. So I'm curious what the plan will be, but this is a light purchase round, so Cuppa, we got 1 flash that's available for the squad of paiN.
Yikes. That's not ideal, is it? This obviously the send rate is going to do everything it needs to as well. Keeps them just at arm's length. B-Will says, no worries, bro. I got you. I got the crossfire set up, and it's looking all but curtains for this round for paiN Gaming.
I mean, even B-Wells right now, he's having an amazing game. He's 17-6. I mean, right behind him is Junior, right, with 13-5. So really seeing a good amount of kills being distributed here from the Bad News Bears. We talked a lot about Junior. I mean, he's the player on this team that, you know, historically, or I mean, not really historically. I mean, theoretically, he is the guy that, you know, with a 1.3 rating. He's got his kill-death ratio is just like plus 350. Like, it's just astronomical. So it's good to see that everybody from the B&B squad is starting to really wake up and, you know, kind of evenly distribute that weight.
Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bacon is Saturday. Let's go. Get revved up. Get gassed, get juiced, get in the zone. This is the time for it. And we did say B&B have something to prove here. Off of what happened in Premier, they were feeling sore. They were feeling battered and bruised from what paiN Gaming delivered. And right at this moment in time, they are looking to get that revenge. And I love to see that. I love to see a team that's hungry for a win. But for paiN Gaming, they're not making it easy. Not at all.
Junior, no, not gonna be a stack this time. But look at that, a little bit of a shake and bake moment. Junior runs, Shake goes for the swing. Not gonna be an op that peaks, but it will be the M4, and Junior.
Oh, baby.
That's a good nail to the coffin there, and just like that, with 1:23, we've already lost 3 players from paiN Gaming already.
We've seen time and time again a 5 versus 3 scenario, but is a 5 versus 2 going to be too much to muster here for the paiN Gaming? The boost is coming up at Plantar. I'm going to guess it. Yeah, that's a superior position. It's going to be good for 2 from B-Wills, and the confidence starting to ooze out of the Bears.
I mean, the thing that's interesting, I mean, we talked about this in the green room, but this was a pick from paiN Gaming. So, I mean, I'm not sure if it was a little bit of a strategic BM moment, you know, because, I mean, they're not historically the greatest on this map, but, I mean, their competition playing this is a lot different, I think, than B&B's. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Because I think, you know, I think for Bad News Bears, a lot of the games that they play on Inferno, they're nail-biters. Like, I mean, they played Triumph earlier on, 19-16. They played Team 1, where they lost 16-19. So, it's not like it's dominant performances for B&B. But right now, it's starting to look a little bit different.
It is. There's been an absolute wake-up. Someone's yelled in the voice call because they're performing like a different team right now. They're performing like they're ready and prepared to win. We saw some effort earlier, but this is dominant performance to wrap out the end of this first half. To be fair, it's the light by here for paiN Gaming, just trying to save their marbles and stack them up for another attempt. Let's give a bit of time to talk about as well. What do you think paiN Gaming need to do to scrape together a couple more rounds to end this half? What's missing?
Well, I feel like when they get the bomb down, I mean, they seem to be quite successful for that first. So for them, I mean, it's all about just getting in the sight, right? I mean, the most basic thing. But I think the one thing we're noticing is that really, I mean, Junior does kind of lock things down, but they know a lot of the positioning of these players. So it's really, they just have to win these duels. And I think right now, Bad News Bears are kind of being the ones that are a little bit more dominant in that fashion. And Safe, you're going to be able to bring a solo bullet. That'll be nice. Junior switching things up. Shake, though, able to help him out. And that's the cleanup. 9-5. Going to that last round of the first half. And now the question will be, Kappa, does Bad News Bears put them at 10? Or do we see a 9-6?
Going back to your breakdown of what we were just talking of paiN Gaming, you kind of hit the nail on the head. You 100% hit the nail on the head. Once they have got the bomb down, their succession rate has been pretty damn high with regards to holding sight, blocking out. We've talked of these few second battles that have led to paiN Gaming and getting it done. I think Junior's switched on now. I think, as I mentioned, something's changed, and Junior is feeling the utmost confidence. All these picks we've seen are actually being converted now. Junior getting cold feet though. He says, you know what? I'm not feeling that confident. Let's take it back a step.
That was a lot of hesitation from Junior. Like, even when he went for the first peek into the mini pit in middle, he kind of looked like his crosshair was a little bit off. He's like, nah, I don't want to go for it. And then he realized, yeah, no, I definitely don't want to go for it. And when he spots the shoulder on ult,
abort.
Yeah, we got to retreat. This spawn sucks. I'm out. So for right now, paiN, though, they do have this banana control. They've been able to obtain that car control. They have been successful with that. They don't have the mid bracket yet. Junior Looking to see if he can go for this fight. The flash will come in. Nobody able to cross through yet. Look at this double stack, though. So 2 of them are close on by. Nikki's, though.
Oh!
Peekaboo.
Oh, no. There goes the up, but it's traded straight back out. Up, down. Out to the 4 and 4. 50 seconds. Are we going to see just the one more here from paiN Gaming?
Still lots of time. Now the smokes are coming in, so now you can see the smoke's going to be able to block off library. They might try to... No, if Shake falls, he needs to get out of this, so he does have time. He's able to get out, so he's able to be escaping for the time being. But now, paiN Gaming overextending themselves. They're now trying to go for the plan of attack. They're going to be able to take down Shake. So it is just Spongy by himself. He's spamming away, trying to find the laser beam through the smoke. But paiN Gaming have been able to get this site. It's a 3-on-4 situation. The HP is low for 3 players, but now it's going to be about the retake, and Bad News Bears, sorry, they have not been successful in these retake attempts.
No, that conversion rate's so low. And this is such an important round to really lock it to double figures and make sure they go into that T side with that belief, with that reassurance of getting it done. Good flash coming in, though. So much aggression coming in from the Bad News Bears. But as it spells in their name, and from what you see this game, it is going to be Bad News Bears the last round. paiN Gaming getting it done, getting 6 on the T side.
We're going to take a short break as we get right into that second half. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I never thought you'd make me high. Fuck, I'm so high. I wanna kiss your thigh. I love your groove, the way you move. You gotta choose if you want a boy or a man who's smooth. I see you smile. Don't be so shy.
First half. Now we're in the second, map number 1, with your hosts, of course, Laz and Cup of Frag, and bringing you the action here today for the closed qualifier for North America, ESL Challenger Anaheim.
What a way to rejoin the cast and death. This is it is going to be a barn burner, man. This is going to be all happening on your Saturday. Hope you enjoyed the show so far. Plenty more action all across the ESL front. But right at the focus, can B&B take out paiN Gaming and get that revenge, that sweet, sweet revenge they're looking for? Good little peek here for pixxZero. Sees ahead and says, hey guys, I think they're a B.
A little bit of a spotting. So now Bad News Bears, they still have double smokes with a molly available. Should be able to be used now, so that will be Shake that's going to be close on by. The flash that might come in. Some good counter nade, or counter utility used, but they are still going to press forward. Swisher. A little bit of a whiff, but not finding it. PKL getting roasted alive, but B-Wills is able to help him out. So now Bad News Bears, they need to close this site, and they're looking pretty good so far. The bomb has been planted. It's a 4-on-3. Cuppa. The rotate's coming in.
Yeah, it's looking pretty dull right now for paiN Gaming. One player just down to lick of health, pixxZero. And that's the only thing going for the jump peak, trying to do something, does manage to trade, puts to 3-on-2. 2 healthy players, what can they do?
Oh, it's safe. Look at that. He goes for this. How do they win this? How does this happen? paiN Gaming have made things a little bit more interesting. The fuse kit is picked up. Safe.
Oh, the jump peak.
This is a little bit of a parkour session, but I don't think there's going to be enough time, and Bad News Bears have now been able to play the clock the way they were played, and they're on a 10th.
Playing like a fiddle. Anything you can do, we can do better. And performing that right into the pistol rounds. Regardless of how the round went, though, the movement from safe, what was that? That was like a surf server.
Yeah, a little bit of KZ action, a little bit of surfing. If he would have been able to pick up that kill just a second or two earlier, that could have allowed him potentially to pick that up. Like I said, he picked up the defuse kit, but just a little too late. A very good play that we saw from Bad News Bears. I mean, really burning the clock. That's the whole point on T side. It doesn't matter about the frags. If you get the bomb down, you want to burn that clock as much as possible, making the retake that much harder, obviously. But now, it will be a force that comes in from B&B. They are going to put some Galeals with an 8K, actually. Just having Shake on the Mac.
And all in for the win, nice and early. B&B not pulling back, not holding back any of the the momentum they're trying to build here. Goes the smoke. Archers. Just try to force a couple of rotations here. I think it's the idea. Not getting too over antsy too quickly.
And the Keys does have some really good ground. Might be able to take down some heads. Full face of lead potentially, but he's made the presence known. Does some good damage. Now, Big Uzera still going to go for this fight potentially now. He will play half wall. A little bit of hesitation on the rotates, but look at this. Bad News Bears. They've switched up the plan. They're trying to make a bit of confusion here for paiN. But I don't think that paiN's bid on it.
No, I like the idea, but yeah, too big a brain here from paiN Gaming. They know exactly what's going on. Lurking in the smoke, lurking over at Quad Grandma's house. It's going to be PKO. One player comes through. It's going to be a free rifle. The scout trying to do what it does best. Take out some long distance engagements. And two players look like a Christmas tree. This is doable. Oh no, this could be doable, but spoke too soon. Bad News Bears still in control.
If Hardzao could have maybe been able to pick up the bomb carrier and somebody else, I mean, again, that could have burned the clock a little bit. But just a little bit too late in this session. Bad News Bears putting themselves on 11th. Big Uzera will be able to save the armor and M4, so not a bad situation, especially for this round. But paiN Gaming, this is a little bit different than what we've seen. We talked about Inferno not being their strongest map, but they're starting to, get a little bit behind.
Especially with what we just saw for the econ there, right? They tried to kind of fight fire with fire. The new Bad News Bears would be going in for the full buy in that second round. But as a CT, it hurts. It hurts when you get that full buy and you take the L. And it's so much so that Big Zero's going to save that A1S, tried to salvage, trying to hold on to some of the finances. But as you'll see, tough spot for them to be in, and maybe the gladiator play here for Big Zero with that solo rifle.
The money situation, not the greatest, of course, for paiN Gaming. So it kind of makes this question of what do we do? Do we rotate the rifle around? Do we purchase, armor and pistols to kind of complement it and see so that, that they can pick up a frag, they can get a rifle and not have that aim punch against them? But it's a light purchase from them. They don't put a lot of investment into this. Big Uzera actually will be close to Banana, but he gets taken down immediately. He's not even able to find anybody at all. So that rifle's been dropped. They're not even able to retrieve it. So Bad News Bears, they've taken out a big threat now.
Oh, that's the worst case scenario. That literally is the worst thing that could happen. But for the likes of paiN Gaming, there goes your rifle. And don't worry, B-Rules picked it up. 4 rifles. In fact, pardon me, 5 rifles here for Bad News Bears. And we're in the third round of this second half. They've got a full buy.
Oh, no. But they're going for an execute. Everybody from paiN Gaming, they've rotated into this site. So now Bad News Bears, they're running into a bit of a trap. Oh no, here's one. There's a little bit of a swing. But Bad News Bears do respond. They don't take anybody. That's a great shot. A little bit of a fadeaway from Swisher. Okay, so now they have the 12-6 in paiN Gaming. They need this round, Cuppa.
Oh, do they? Do they ever? They needed the past 2, let alone this one. I don't want to write it off just yet, and I'm seeing people in the chat getting a bit amped to say, oh, surely this is it, paiN Gaming done and done. But as you said, this is their pick. So you've got to imagine they've got some magic up their sleeve. And I'm not talking Harry Potter. I'm talking paiN Gaming magic right now. No ops going to be available for them, though, right? And you've talked of that being like a crutch, a foundation of paiN Gaming's roster here for the likes of Safe, but it's just the A1S. Keep them safe for the time being. Good little aggro peak. Early damage inflicted against paiN Gaming.
Default situation for paiN, 3-2. They've been able to hold off on the banana control. Hardzao will actually go for the spot, so he knows at least one of his foes will be in the apartments. Bomb's still all the way back of T-ramp, so they haven't advanced this anywhere. Still lots of time for Bad News Bears to make the plan of attack. Still lots of utility in the pocket available for B&B.
Available for paiN Gaming as well with the full A1S front. Hold here for Big Zero, but you've got an inkling they know now. He's gone for the pre-fire, wasn't able to grab anything from it, and I think now it's just damage control for the likes of paiN Gaming at Banana.
But look at this. This utility's already been burned. So now, Bad News Bears, they realize I think they've pretty much taken everything away. Big Uzera has nothing. It is Nikis as well. He doesn't have anything. They're not looking like Batman. They're looking like the opposite. There's nothing in the utility belt.
Oh, it's a couple of cobwebs. Tumbleweeds roll by because it is not looking good before your eyes if you're playing game. And you know this execute's coming. And what can you do about it? One coming from First Origin, two, and one from Coffin. What a crossfire setup from paiN.
Big Uzera, gonna be able to find that, dropping the bomb. So now BNB lose this round. They survive. They obliterate the BNB team to keep themselves in this. They needed that round and they realized it, so you get the sweat off the brow for now. The plan would be, Junior does have his op ready to go, Cuppa, so I will be curious to see where they put him, especially now that they're on the T side.
The op diff right now, still no op available for paiN Gaming. Econ on CT side, it's gross when it comes to Inferno, and as you see from the scoreboard, I haven't really been able to build up too much too far, but I'm sorry, I'm just a bit confused. Is that a player or a bench? It is.
It is.
What's next to it? What's he doing?
Oh, I love this. I mean, paiN, historically, they like to go for this mid control. This is something they like to do on their CT pistols, but instead they kind of mix the bag. A little bit of adjustments in the playbook where they try to go for the big aggression, catching B&B off guard. They do react to this very well. That Nade should be able to do some big damage. B-Wills takes a big chunk of it. They have the bracket control. Now they're making their attack through. Hardzao in the big pit. PKL with the cross, but he's completely blind. That was such a good flash from Spongy. Hardzao now, a difficult task. He needs to find bodies, but he's only able to get two now. It's down to Big Uzera on the 1-on-2.
I won't get one free on the frags, but nothing's free in this last seconds to try and hunt for that victory. BNB, if they were able to grab this, this would be huge. This would be surely the momentum to push them over that checkered line.
Oh, look at this. The jump. Still waiting. He spots Shake. Still trying to go for this one-on-one fight. Junior's in the big pit. Shake's putting a lot of reliance, but Big is just a bigger brain. But Junior, one step ahead. Able to revenge his teammate. And they keep things going. And paiN Gaming now do have a chance at this with another rifle round. They can put an op on the board if they'd like for safe. There is 5,100 available for Big Uzera, but he wouldn't be able to get the armor. So instead, they will play this 5 rifles, which I don't necessarily disagree with. I think this is a good plan.
They've kind of got to go for the Hail Mary at this point to just stop BNB in their tracks. BNB looking super confident, right? You can't deny that. You've seen some aggro plays and you talked to the infamous playstyle of paiN Gaming. Not sure if that whole W to bench play is going to cut the mustard here for BNB because they're prepared. They're ready for the trade and they're so reactive to what paiN Gaming are putting down on the plate today. Little util available for the likes of paiN Gaming. You talk to the full buy, that's one thing, but if you don't think util and Inferno, you're going to have a really salty time.
Oh, Spongy.
Saying that.
Oh, no. Some good usage of HE. Look at that. Swisher down to 34. Literally just ate the pin. BNB now switching things up. Backpedal off this plan. B-Wills will find the keys. B-Wills looks like he might want to still go for this. If he can pick up this information or frag, this could be big. The rotates are coming in, so this is great. This is the moment now where they can get in the site. They have the seconds to get in. Steve's just trying to spam away.
Spraying
and praying.
Hoping. Have more than hope when it comes to the Anaheim qualifier though here. And BNB, they've got site locked down. The double smoke set up to block off CT. The Molotov, just to add insult to injury. And it's looking like maybe a safe here for paiN Gaming. You talked to that false in there. It was a risky buy. The reward not coming through. The save surely has to be the way to do it now.
And what a heroic play. I mean, B-Wells, they were falling off on that plan, and he just kind of went for the, the lurk, waiting things out at car, and Niki's kind of overstaying his welcome. He gets taken down, so allow B-Wills to put some pressure on. Right on the pressure point. does take down that last player, and it was just, you know, that player had to stay alive. The rotate was coming through. I think that was Safe that was trying to make his way through CT. But when you're the one player in the anchor in B site, your goal is to stay alive, so the rotate can happen. But bad news Bears, they capitalize.
Yes, indeed they do. 12-6, away to 14-7. Truthfully, I wasn't expecting it to be such a strong swoop here from BNB. I was expecting maybe something more from paiN Gaming, but the VODs have been reviewed. I think that's all you need to say here, Laz. Right? Like, BNB, they know what to expect in every scenario.
Yeah, I definitely would not disagree with that. I mean, this is, you know, we said they played each other quite a few times. Bit of history, but the history has been an advantage for paiN. But this map is not an advantage for paiN. We're definitely starting to see why.
The timing just off by a second. Good booster for PKL. They've not used this boost over a pod as well, but it doesn't matter. The trade is going to be there, and that's what it's all about for CSGO. Trades are coming through. The rounds coming through as well, and slowly but surely, paiN Gaming crawling forward to 8.
A little bit of a pulse check. paiN, you're still there. Okay. Money situation, very particular. So there won't be an op available for Junior, but they will be able to get all the rifles. And again, it's making sure you can have enough utility. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst. But, I mean, look at the frag distributions. I mean, B-Wills with 26, Junior with 24. Both of them are almost pushing 30, Cuppa.
It's your first game of the day as well. Like, to come out the gates that hot, that is scaldingly hot. That's fiery, burning hot, and they need to keep up this kind of momentum, this kind of pace the entire best of 3. If they do, paiN Gaming are going to be running scared. At this moment in time, not scared at all. Still poking and prodding the bear, but the bear, it started to bite back.
Map presence is definitely in favor for the Bears. They have the bracket safe.
Okay.
Walks in the crosshair. PKL able to help him out. Still holding the ground, and he will be able to win the exchange. And B&B now going for the peaks a little bit too late. They go for the one-on-ones. The no trades. And paiN Gaming have been able to pick up this round unless we see Swisher do something. The Ninja Turtle to mutate and find himself to take down the big boss of paiN on a 1-on-5. It's looking unlikely.
Go on. Fill us with a frag feed. Give us that clip. Give yourself that clip, Swisher. Crossover placement is good for one, but oh no. Necker says, hey, I've got an idea where you hide it, and hide underpass, it just will not cut the mustard. Another doubling down here for paiN Gaming. And the money, what money? It's going to be abysmal here for BNB, and likely to that, they are going to be calling the timeout, talking strats, and for BNB right now, we still have a really good start to this second half. They were getting all the picks, they're making some really good fakes. What's changed? What's getting paiN Gaming back into this game?
I think we're definitely starting to see the firepower. We talked a lot about this in the green room. You know, paiN Gaming are definitely a very big contender in this region. And I mean, the firepower from everybody on the squad is just beyond, I think, a lot of players in the region. So for them, they're not really doing what they normally do. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of a wake up from paiN now. But hopefully it's not a little too late.
Hopefully not. The op is going to be in the hands of Safe. You talked of the op stat master in the server, if you will. Kind of go for that the 1-versus-1, the head-to-head against Junior. Junior not going to be privileged enough to have that op in this round, though. So Safe, we have an opportunity to carry the team to that 10th round. Only Glax is going to be available here for BNB. So not expecting too much. In fact, expecting nothing, really. If something was to happen, though, well, surprised before, I'm not surprised anymore. Double AOS spray down the Colat is going to be cleaning up apartments, and that's a Glock for you, lads.
Oh, not like this. Shake and Spongy were hoping, you know, maybe one of us gets taken down, one of us can pick up the rifle. Nope, that's not the case. On the keys, you gotta be a little careful here, but he'll just swing. He'll be able to get onto second base, and now paiN Gaming have got themselves at least at the double digits. Money's back in the bank of B&B. Not looking great, though. I mean, even B-Wills has to go for the Gleal. And this is not what you want, especially on a T side. I mean, T side does kind of have that favorable side when the money can be a little bit more lenient, as you can purchase weapons a lot cheaper than that CT side.
Fuel injection, money injection into like the paiN Gaming with how they're playing and their discipline, right? They're not taking too many unnecessary risks. And B&B, they have started to make a couple of over aggressive plays, and I'm wondering maybe a bit of frustration starting to sink in for them as we get into the latter portion of this first game. Safe, playing it safe, says, you know what, I've missed that flick and I'm going back to get the cavalry.
This is good control, so now Hardzout will push back. PKL. The smoke will distinguish the molly. Good utility usage coming from B&B. Pushing back the Look at this now, PKL. Can you deliver? He will not be able to. His destiny has not been fulfilled. The CT's now grouped up towards Arch side. Junior going for the plant. paiN Gaming. If they can pick up a kill very quickly, they might try to go for this retake, but Swisher, one step ahead. Oh, no. It's a train wreck.
So good with the Gleal. I really am impressed from both teams what we've seen this set, but right now, the focus, the spotlight is on B&B. More in focus on Safe. You can seek something out here. Great shot. Like, that's a half a pixel to get that headshot, and off that, save that up. Get it converted to the next round, and gonna have to take that on the chin because that's match point for B&B.
Right on map point now. B&B, they do have the wiggle room of 5 rounds. They've been in this spot before, and hopefully this pressure does not build up against them. But they've been looking a little bit revitalized on this game. Definitely making a good statement now on map number 1.
Tension is so high here. Such an important best of 3. Set yourself up for that, like 2022. Good vibes, right? Listen, we've got Anaheim to look forward to. We've made it, boys. Both teams want to be able to say that. Oh my goodness. Look at the damage already inflicted, and that's down to a 5-on-4.
Oh, man. The double ops are still available for paiN Gaming. Safe. Oh, look at this, but there's no trade. Shake! He does eventually get it. I was getting a little bit nervous, allowing Safe to get out of there. PKL's trying to see if he can take this down. Oh my goodness, though! Look at the positioning! It's definitely a thing of beauty, and the timing is starting to look a little bit better for paiN. Spongy, though. He comes in.
Yeah.
This could be it. It's on to a 1-on-2 situation. Big Uzera. He's done big things, but can he do this now?
Timing. Little is known where these players are, and Big Sarah just walked past the player at library as well. Yeah, they did. So, any info, any sound cues? I don't believe so. Oh no, and the graveyard hold as well. This is such a postpart for B&B. Oh, there it is. That's lights out. That's curtains for map number 1. B&B get that revenge they were looking for. They were hungry for. And that is going to be 1-0 to start things off for this BO3 Inferno in the bag.
Wow, what a great showing from B&B. Honestly, we looked at this map picks.